Goal fest in the opening game of Matchweek 21. Dunby Holden securing the win over Malines United with the odd goal in 5. Portmore United gets an important win against the late-in-form Stars of the East, Harbourview, to keep their dreams alive over at the Ashenine Stadium. Waterhouse forced to work hard for their win over 13th-placed Falkland FC in the opener of Monday night's doubleheader. And another exciting and action-packed Monday night fixture to bring the curtains down on Matchweek 21. Montego Bay United and Mount Pleasant unable to break the tie. It ended 2 apiece over the Stadium East field. Welcome to JPL in 30, the highlights for the Jamaica Premier League. It was end-to-end action between Malines United and Dunby Holden FC after referee Cavill Banton opened proceedings with the starting whistle. Dunby Holden was enjoying the mid-table clash more of the two, running riot over their opponents before Malines United staged a late comeback, but the deficit was too much to overturn. Ricardo Thomas scored twice from the penalty spot, and Peter McGregor scores for the first time this season after being out due to injury. Here are the highlights. Lance Whitaker and Chris Taylor were in the commentary box.
Highlights for this one, Cavill Banton in charge. Number 8, Dunby Holden up against number 9, Malines. And it's Malines putting the pressure on early. Dunby Holden responding here with Peter McGregor getting a start this afternoon. Does well to get into the box here, but his shot goes to the near post and is unthreatening. Jason Wright trying to turn to set himself up some room here. Left-footed drive on goal by Andrews, off target. And Robinson goal for Dunby Holden appeared to have had that one covered. Peter McGregor opting to play the ball across there instead of going for the left-footed drive. And here's where the first goal comes from. Thomas brings down Barnett. No hesitation from referee Banton to point to the penalty spot. And Thomas gives up a penalty here, which Ricardo Thomas hits powerfully left-footed into the far corner. And Harrison in goal for Malines has absolutely no chance. 3 goals on the season, that for Ricardo Thomas. Barnett with a fancy heel pass to McGregor, but McGregor can't get the proper right-footed shot off, and disappointment for him there. Here's where the second goal comes. Barnett being challenged here by Damian Thomas. Handles the ball, he does. Referee doesn't spot it. Referee spots the foul on him by Damian Thomas and awards another penalty. And again, it's Ricardo Thomas, this time right-footed. He scored the first one with his left boot. Both of them firmly struck. And Dunby Holden in front here by 2-0. And here's one of the bigger moments of the match. A red card to Janoy Cunningham, who was already on a yellow card, showing dissent, and then the challenge for that ball. So Malines short-handed down to 10 men for the rest of the game. McGregor turning this one across, and Dean Andre Thomas, substitute coming on in second half, fails to slot this one home right-footed, just doesn't get a hold of the shot properly. Another opportunity here, Dean Andre Thomas on the near post, and he is disappointed. Here comes Sean Livingston, who came on the second half with a right-footed drive. Dunby Holden keeping the pressure on here. Fletcher, second half substitute to Barnett. Thomas does really good work here on the far side. His cross met by Peter McGregor, who scores his first goal of the season. Look at the work here by Dean Andre Thomas, not only to keep that one in, but sliding the cross inside. And McGregor reacts quickly and snatches the shot into the roof of the net. And his teammates are happy. Odain Samuels congratulating Peter McGregor. 8 goals last season, but no goals so far this season until today. And here is Malines keeping this game alive. Powell able to get rid of that ball. Good exchange of passes here between Jason Wright and Nicholas Nelson. Nelson strikes his 5th goal of the season and brings Malines back with a chance here. Jeremy Nelson with a right-footed strike from the spot from about 25-26 yards out, just over the top. The game ends. Dunby Holden winning 3-2 over Malines.
How much of a responsibility is this for you to be wearing the captain's armband for Dunby Holden?
It means a lot to me. it's a bunch of young guys there have to lead because more experience. Yeah.
Last season, you weren't able to get on the score sheet. You have had, what, 4 already this season, 2 from the penalty spot, 1 with the right, 1 with the left. Talk to me about that kind of flair. Was that planned?
Not really say plan, but it's after training ground. I practice with my 2 legs every day in training whenever I'm kicking penalty.
Is it even? Which one you think is a stronger foot?
Left.
The left foot. And talk to me about this win for Dumble Holding. How important is it, especially to get into the playoff spots?
It's a massive win for the team. We came here for the 3 points and we get it. So we're looking forward for the next one.
All right, Ricardo, congrats on your leadership, congrats on your goals, and all the best to you and your team going forward.
Thanks much.
Ricardo Thomas there, captain of Dumble Holding. 2-goal performance, finding 2 goals, but unfortunately the defensive errors costing your team in the end.
I would say defensive errors in a sense, but poor officiating by the referee. You know, this type of game, you know, is a tough battle. I have to learn to manage the game, and you know, went down red carded, and you know, the game fell apart. But well done to the team. They pick it up back, 10 man down, and they came back 3-2. But you know, unfortunately, well done by Dumble Holding.
Yeah, a bit of a controversial call, as you mentioned, for the second penalty. But as you know, as a man in football for how long, you have to play the referee's whistle. And still, the challenge from Thomas was still ill-advised at that point. Gave away the first penalty, and then the second tackle as well just wasn't there. So again, even though the whistle was not blown, 2 bad tackles giving away 2 critical penalties.
Yeah, definitely. You know, 2 bad tackles, lapse in concentration. We have to stay mentally focused, and that what fell us apart. But we have to go back to the drawing board and come back for next week.
Craig, from your standpoint, not an easy game, but at the end of it all, able to come away with the 3 points.
Definitely. I mean, the result is what is most important at this time. At this part of the season, it's very important to get the victory. So we are pleased with the victory, irrespective of how it came today.
You had to be telling me for about 3 weeks now that Peter McGregor was going to finally get the goal. Well, he did it today. How important is that for him to get on the score sheet in terms of his confidence going forward? Because it looked like that was missing for him.
With Peter McGregor scoring, I know that he will continue to score because he's that type of player. And we always believe in him, and we were just waiting for him to score. And we're happy that he scored today. And I'm sure it's good things to come in the future.
From a team perspective and looking at the depth of your squad, that must also be another highlight for you. Nicoy Christian didn't play a part. Fabian McCarthy was out. Even Shefoy Watkin was on the bench for majority of the game. And still Dumble Holding were able to put together this kind of performance. Ricardo Thomas wearing the captain's armband. No, that must be pleasing. Damian Hyatt not in between the sticks. So all things considered, it's showing that Dumble Holding still have the depth and still can get important victories.
Definitely. We believe in every single player. Everybody is equally important to us. So once we have a match, we look on the best 11 at the time, and we bank on them. And once we put them on the field, we know that they will try their best to deliver. And we're pleased that they are delivering, and they have delivered today for us. We're happy with the victory.
Cool temperatures at the Ashenine Stadium provided perfect conditions for both Harbourview and Portmore United to have a great showing in the second game of the doubleheader on Sunday. Harbourview started out as a stronger team, but Portmore were relentless in their efforts, found their groove quickly, and in the end snatched the fixture by a 1-0. Here are the highlights. Lance Whitaker and Chris Taylor were in the commentary box.
Larissa Golson in charge here. Harbourview on the attack early. Wellington going for the header, but missing. Could have gone with a right-footed strike there, but went low for the header. Under pressure there from Gawain Austin, though, who was thereabouts. Header on goal there by Young. Stopped almost on the line by Jashawn Anglin. Harbourview going really, really close there to conceding a goal early. Another header over the top. Harbourview pressing forward early. Marshall sets something up here. Sees Lamar Walker. Gives him the lateral pass. Walker's left-footed strike is outstanding. Can't be held by Bennett. The rebound falls favorably to Alex Marshall, who finishes well for his 4th goal of the season. Alex Marshall, he played the pass to Walker and was there for the rebound. Well taken goal by Portmore. Harbourview will respond. And looking for the equalizer here, Colorado Murray whipping this one high over the crossbar. He had hurt his knee just a minute before this play. Don't know if that contributed to him not getting a proper shot off. Harbourview continued to press forward. Oh, God, Stewart, the substitute, not getting a hold of that one well, and Benjamin Williams in the Portmore goal had a pretty easy take in the end. Portmore looking for more goals. Marshall, man of the match, turns with a right-footed strike but doesn't get the power off after receiving the pass from the St. Lucian Alvinus Myers. Bennett does really well in goal for Harbourview, and crashing onto the crossbar there. The headed effort from Gawain Austin. Denied by the post, and here comes Marshall once more. Good skill by Marshall. His right-footed strike, though, high over the top. Stewart with a header again here, but the ball just sliding off the side of his face, wide of the post. Harbourview missing the opportunity.
Alex, another goal-scoring performance for you. How have you been enjoying your time back in the Jamaica Premier League?
I think things are coming together. Just have to keep working. I have a lot more stuff to work on. But today I helped my team to get the victory, and I'm happy for that.
And you look forward line for Portmore United, yourself, Lamar Walker, coming into the lineup. How is the chemistry going there? I see the goals coming a little bit more often for you now.
I think we're finally, things are finally coming together. We're playing with each other. We think we know each other's strengths now, so we're playing off that and working together.
And how important is it for Portmore to get consistent results consistently now? Not many games to go in the season and now into a playoff spot. How do you assess the season? Do you think it's a situation where Portmore can really trouble the top?
I think things are coming together at the right time. Getting closer to playoff. You just have to keep on grinding out these games and getting good results. As you know, we've drawn a lot of games, so we just needed to work on the goal scoring part of it, and I think that's happening for us now.
The grinding has been going very well. Congrats on the victory. Congrats on your goal again. 4 on the season, Alex Marshall. All the best in the weeks to come.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Ludlow, Portmore have done the double over you this season. It's a tough match. It was an entertaining match, but unfortunately you drew blank again.
Yeah, man, this is a tough one, and I mean, we knew exactly what we were going to be up against, and we pulled out as much tricks as possible from out of the box, but we failed to break them down. I thought that we got 2 very golden chances, could have made a difference from young Stewart, but that's the nature of the game. We slip up in one instance and we pay the price against a good defensive team.
Talk to me about the tactics. You took off the captain at one point to bring on an attacking player. Was that due to injury or just you trying one of your tricks?
That's another tactical move. We're trying to see if we can get as much more persons up front, and then what we notice is that some of the players that Dyer were getting in the wide areas, so figure that Staple could have served the ball them a little bit better. So we probably drew a number of cards, but we failed to come up with one. I think probably Stewart had scored that one would have looked good.
And a streak of 7 games unbeaten, now broken, but not a big concern for you?
It is a concern because I like momentum and I like the mood in the camp and everything, But the reaction that I'm getting right now is that the guys aren't all that despondent about it, and they're looking forward to the next game.
And always willing to try in new positions, as you said. A lot of different tactics attempted to do it, even though it didn't work.
Yes.
The players were accepting of that, and that's positive going forward.
Yes, man, definitely, and they are very much responsive to the instructions that we give. But again, congratulations to Portmore.
Philip Williams. Philip, well, you've done the double over Ludlow, and he's hailing you from the sidelines here. You must be really happy with how the Portmore team played and responded today.
Definitely. I mean, we played well in the first half. Good amount of quality. Second half, it drew upon our defensive strength, and I'm happy that the guys came through for me today.
Some of the coaching staff and maybe Alex Marshall were disappointed last time that he didn't get the man of the match award, but today, consistent performances, even in the defensive end, getting back, and then he got that vital goal. Things certainly coming together for him and your forward lining well in terms of the cohesiveness.
Definitely, we have dug ourselves in a hole, and ourselves can take us out of it. I mean, it's coming together nicely for us. I don't know if it's too late, but we'll keep on trying.
Into the playoff spots, another clean sheet for you as well. I know even at the high school level, you are very strict in terms of your defensive expectations, and your team delivering again with Rudolph Austin, man in the back line.
Definitely. I mean, our attacking players must feel comfortable going forward, and that comfort comes from our defensive strength, and today they stood up for us today.
All right, excellent performance. Congrats on the win, Philip. Get some rest.
Yeah, man, thanks.
We'll see you again.
All right.
This is highlights from Matchweek 21. We take our first break. JPL in 30. We will be right back. Welcome back to JPL in 30 with highlights for Matchweek 21. Before the start of this fixture, Waterhouse was just a place below the playoff spot. Portmore United momentarily holding 6th place after their win over the defending champions on Sunday. Waterhouse, with that in mind, knew they had to defeat Falkland to get back in business. The Drews Avenue-based team started off on the wrong foot, having to fight to come from behind twice before Shaquille Bradford gave them the lead with his 8th goal of the season. Here are the highlights. Chris Taylor and Dwight Jeremiah run commentary duties.
The full match highlights: Christopher Mason, the man with the whistle. Waterhouse in the full yellow on the front foot right away. Inside the area looking for Denada Thomas, couldn't find him. Lovely delivery by Damien Binns. And Waterhouse had the majority of the possession, but they weren't banking on this. Jelani Nicholson, skill from the right-hand side, getting it into Thompson. And a lovely finish past Kimar Foster, who was left frozen. That was 1-0 after just 17 minutes. Tevin Thompson, great skill there, how he cut onto the right foot. And Kimar Foster wrong-footed, and Falkland against the run of play. That lead lasted 3 minutes until this moment. Damien Binns driving forward with the strike. And on target, well saved. And then this. Shaquille Bradford pulling wide as he has done so often. In form is Shaquille Bradford, 7 goals. Breaking down the side, and that was an intelligent pass into Devon Dunkley, who opens his Premier League scoring statistic there. His first as a senior. Devon Dunkley took it well, first touch pretty good, finished with the left to the near post. Swaby no chance. After 20 minutes we were all square. Then after Waterhouse had all of the possession, this happened on the counter. Jelani Nicholson, not known for his pace, but he showed good skill. Kenroy Hoyle was getting back, could prevent the ball from going into the back of the net. Foster peaked from that step over from Nicholson. Nicholson doubles his tally on the season, he has 2. And after 40 minutes, it was Falkland 2, Waterhouse 1. They would go into the half that way. Then 12 seconds into the second half, this happened. Dante Duncan on as a substitute. Pass inside to Shaquille Bradford. Lovely left-footed touch to take it away from the defender, and a penalty given. Damien Binns with his 3rd penalty of the season. And it was all square after 46 minutes. Waterhouse, the pedigree team, continuing to come forward. Shaquille Bradford, great strength there, and composure as well, presence of mind, just to slot it past David Swaby and make it 3-2 to Waterhouse after 55 minutes. 8 on the season for Shaquille Bradford. It was a man of the match performance by the Waterhouse number 18. Then Kenroy Howell, known for his dribbling skills, into Duncan. I just think Duncan should probably have taken that one time. He thinks so as well. Cutting to the right foot. Duncan had more to come. Look at those foot skills. Then cuts on to the right. Now you see, now you don't. Back onto the left. Then the strike. Shaves the left upright and out for a goal kick. Dante Duncan showing what he can do. Then this moment, well, Clark said, look, I have a talented left foot too. That was from some 40 yards out or more with the left foot. Hasn't scored this season, wide of the mark. 3-2 Waterhouse.
Shaquille, another good performance from you today. 8th goal of the season you've gotten. All round you were involved in all goals. We give you a goal and 2 assists today because you were involved in the penalty. You won it and they converted it. What do you make of your form at this moment? Is this one of the best form you've been in?
Yes, this is one of the better performance and better season. I mean, 8 goals, looking good, but still killing myself for those chances I missed in the first round, you know, coming up. I think I could be more clinical in the final third, but grateful for the victory, and you need to go back to the drawing board and perform well in training and get what needs to be improved.
How do you set your sights now? You have 8 goals, 14 is the lead of the season of the league so far. You think you can catch those?
Well, as a young leader, I see that when Shaquille Bradford is on the scoring board, there's a win for his team. So once I perform at my best, I know that we will win a lot of games and reach up in the top 6.
Were you a little bit worried today? I mean, you were behind and then you got equalized. Again, you went behind twice. Any worried in terms of your team performance today?
I mean, it's an ugly win, but I'm still ecstatic about the victory. And I think more work needs to be done. We need to eliminate all the mistakes yeah.
Well, you're back in the top 6. All the best.
Thank you.
Coach Palmer, again, another nearly performance for Falkland. they went ahead twice in this one, but just couldn't hold on. The Achilles tendons, again, your defense.
Well, as I said before, after taking the team back, I realized that defending was a problem. We tried to work the defensive line and the mid-line, because you only can coach 2 lines at a time, right? And the connection between the mid-line and the forward line, they were connecting. You could see the combination plays, right? Half-time, going into the change room, leading 2-1. I said to them, we must get cohesive in defense. Don't give away any free kicks around the box.
And Gordon, one of those performances you feel, you got the win, but let me ask you, tell me where in this game that you just didn't like.
All parts of the game, except the result. I think we made a miss in terms of how we allowed the opponent in the game. And it is football. We made some errors, but I mean, we capitalized on their errors as well. So it paid good dividends to us, especially the attacking team.
I don't know if you saw it coming into this game, but defensively, the 4th best defense coming into the league, it was just so surprising to see Falkland players getting so much time and space in the penalty box, at times in the 6-yard box.
I mean, sometimes football is a strange thing, and that's why we love it so much. It's an unpredictable sport. But all in all, I think the players really came out today to win. Irrespective of the errors, we really tried today, and so we had success.
Coming into this fixture, both teams haven't tasted victory in their last 3 games and sitting at the opposite end of the table. Montego Bay United closer to the relegation zone, while Mount Pleasant fighting to remain in the playoff spots. So a lot was at stake. Nonetheless, from the onset, the energy was high and the excitement was captivating. 4 goals on the night between these two. In the end, they both walk away with a point earned. Here are the highlights. Chris Taylor and Dwight Jeremiah were on commentary duties.
It was an action-packed match, and Mobay United on the front foot right away, and they would break the deadlock with this strike from Shaquille West. Courtney Allen into the area, lovely pass to West, and West with the finish after 9 minutes, and Mobay United were ahead. Then this piece of skill from Ricardo Morris, but the shot from Trevante Stewart was skewed badly. The 14-goal man not able to add to his tally, and the joint leading goal scorer in the Jamaica Premier League. Mobay United continued to come forward. This time it was a captain from outside the area, Johan Weatherly, and that was over the top and wide. He had a pretty good first half, the Mobay captain. Then this moment inside the area, deflected effort from Donovan Sigree to score his first of the season. Has scored a couple last season, very versatile player, playing in the middle of the park today, and certainly favours a left foot strong shot. It was on target, deflected, and unfortunately for Burton, he was beaten and could do nothing about it. Mobay United back in it after 22, we're all at 1. Then this mirror, Courtney Allen again, he had a superb game, the Mobay United number 7, earning his team a penalty, change of pace, and Shaquille Dyer with the challenge. It was poor, and he won the penalty. Nevon Turner converting it for his 2nd of the season, and he just couldn't get a palm when it could Daniel Russell. And Mobay United going back up by 2-1, a lead which they kept for quite a while and should have had it. Courtney Allen again, and this time after showing so much quality right throughout the game, a touch too many for the Mobay number 7, and he allowed Russell to block his attempt. Then Mount Pleasant trying to make something out of it. A wild attempt, a wild shot there by Trevante Stewart. Didn't show the composure needed, and that's how the first half will come to an end. Now the second half action. Great skill there by goal scorer Sigree to the near post with a shot, and it's well blocked by Burton, just selling the keeper with his eyes, Sigree, and then cracking it. Then Ricardo Morris into the air, and this moment would change it. A tough work by Bygrave on as a substitute with the header into the ground, initially saved by Burton, and the other substitute, Sule McCullough, with the toe, which would put it over the line and into the back of the net. Scrappy finish, but they all count. Sule McCullough with his 2nd, Mount Pleasant with their 2nd, and yeah, 2-2. Things started to get heated. Devontae Campbell brought down, and then indiscipline setting in. Nazim Matale Grant booked. Then Demario Phillips, who was on a yellow card, getting in the thick of things. Then a push from players, and it got out of hand. Shaquille Dyer eventually would be sent off here with a straight red. And imagine, he was on a yellow already. Straight red, down to 10 players, but the scoreline would remain the same.
the man they call Party, Courtney Allen. You had a good game here today. You had an assist. You won the penalty. Should have scored. Tell me what happened with that missed chance. Maybe that would have gotten you the win.
The sun was a lot there, so when I tried to chip the ball, I kicked the sun, so that's what happened.
Yeah, because we thought the chip was on there, but that explanation does it. But what do you make of the fact that, again, Montego Bay, the 11th drawn game of the season, just couldn't take it home today?
Well, unfortunately, we drew the match we didn't want. We wanted the 3 points, but we just have to come again for the next match. This one is already gone, so we're just going to come back to training, stay focused, and try to get as much points as we can.
Coach, yet to win in your last 6 games, drawn better than a loss. It would have been your 3rd loss on the bounce. What do you make of the performance today?
I think in the first half, if you look at the first half, they wanted to play in transition. That's the game plan of MBU. We had a lot of turnovers, which automatically generated transition. They tried to play behind the last line a lot. We didn't adjust and drop the line. I think in the second half, though, we made the adjustments. We pinned them back in the second half for a lot, but we just couldn't get the winning goal. We got the equalizer. At the end of the day, a point is better than none. But if you look at the last 3 games, we have lost 2. But this one, not because we got a point, in my mind, was the best of the 3. The intensity was there. The effort was there. I just think we'll lack a little bit in the final third.
I want to ask you something from a tactical standpoint. The fact that Stewart was pretty much being outnumbered up front, didn't really have good sniff at goal. Bygrave, a partner in crime, to create decoys up front. We felt it came a little bit too late to have 2 of them up front.
You always can look at it from different angles. I think we have to look at the service though. We know exactly what he likes to do. I think the service towards him today was not good. In the first half, I think his hold-up play was not good also. I think the space was there in behind. He started in the first half to come a little bit too much to the ball.
Yeah.
In the second half, I think he adjusted it, but the service was not matching.
Yeah, but I saw you went to it in the end. But are you concerned? I spoke to Theodore in the pre-game show. Are you concerned about the form of Mount Pleasant at this stage with the playoff approaching?
There's always concern, but I don't think we're overly concerned. I think if you look at this game, we really got back our intensity, got back our aggression. I think the only thing that was missing today was really the 3 points. But credit to MBU, I think they played an excellent game.
The 6th drawn game in a row, 11th of the season, nearly again, but you must have been pleased with your team's performance, especially in that first half.
Very much. I mean, we played against a very good team, technically and physically by size, bigger size than us, and we could match them. And I think we deserved the 3 points tonight. You see, we played with speed and movements. And the first half was superb. We considered a goal, very unlucky goal. The ball deflected and lobbied the goalkeeper. But I'm very proud of the players tonight. My players tonight gave 110% up the field, with and without the ball. So they played football tonight.
Yeah, you said you deserve 3 points. As they say in football, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you take. Where do you think you lost that 3 point in terms of your play? The missed chances that you didn't take from maybe Allen and Weatherly, or was it, you know?
We had chances to win the match. I think they played a good match too, but I think we played better. And I have to be pleased. This is football.
This has been JPL 30 on your home of champions, SportsMax. Tune in next week for Matchweek 22 highlights of the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel.